Hey everyone, as you can see from the title of today's video, today is going to be a different kind of video. So we're not going to be doing any makeup tutorials or product reviews. Today is going to be me sitting here and just chatting to you as a friend, as someone who has developed so many amazing relationships through this channel and friendships. And I wanted to sit here and be really open and honest with you about how I've been feeling lately, and just the fact that I've been really struggling to sit down and film makeup and beauty content. I do it, and when I do it, I really love it. But getting to that place, I found really challenging, and I feel disingenuous. I feel like my content is at times tone deaf, and that's all in relation to everything that's going on in the world. And that is what is making my heart so incredibly heavy. It's everything that's going on in the world right now. I know that people come to this channel for light-hearted beauty content. That's why we're all here, and that's what I want this channel to be. But I am also a human being who is very affected by what's going on. And it's very difficult for me to watch the world crumbling around me and then come on here and talk about product reviews. I'm finding it really difficult. And so when I was sat planning out my schedule, I just felt this need to sit down and just have a really honest chat with you. So, we're not going to be going super deep today at all. I just want you to know where I'm at. And I'm sure that there are people who will look at my channel and my content like they do with other creators. I don't just mean me. I mean with any creator that creates content online, really, that is not serious. And they'll be thinking, how can they produce this content when the world is literally burning down around them? And I get it, because I have those same feelings. I have those same thoughts. And I just wanted to be really real with you about how this is affecting me, and personally how it's affecting me, and how I'm trying to deal with things. And so I guess another reason why I felt like it was really important to sit down and have this open and honest conversation with you is because I'm always honest on this channel. It's what people know me for. And so it just feels really strange for me to then carry on like everything is normal and pretend that everything is okay when actually it's not. So I think I want to start off by just giving you a little bit of personal context as to how things are personally affecting me. So I know that some people have been with me for a while, and although I don't talk about myself and my private life a whole lot on the channel, I have done Q&A and I've given you a little bit of an insight into my life and my personal life. So just to give you a little bit of background, if you didn't know, so I'm from the UK. I was born and raised in the UK and left the UK when I was about 33, 34, something like that. And I've lived all around the world, but I settled in Ireland, which is where my husband is from. So I think some people think I've got an Irish accent, but I actually have a British accent because that's where I was born and raised. However, my mum, she is Irish, and my dad is from Iran. So my dad moved over in the 1970s, and when you speak to him now, he doesn't have an accent at all. He has a fully British Mancunian accent. It's really funny. So when my dad moved over in the 70s and I was born in the 80s, and my dad rarely went back to Iran, rarely, because it was very expensive to go back and there was obviously conflict going on and all the rest. And since my dad retired, he has then been able to go back and see all of his family more often. Unfortunately, my dad decided to visit Iran at the beginning of February. So my dad is currently in Iran. And yeah. And so obviously, personally, this is how it's affecting me, because I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't know what's going to happen with my dad. Obviously, you know, I don't really want to go into the ins and outs of that for different reasons, but I know he's okay, but I can't really speak to him very much because communication is all down. So I probably get 30 seconds where he gets to ring me in a day and let me know he's okay. But I'm filming this on Tuesday, the 10th of March, and things are not good. So that is something that is constantly on my mind, in my heart. Because apart from my children and my husband, my dad is my everything. I know if my dad saw me now, my dad is, I mean, as much as we are so close, we are so different. So my dad is always look on the bright side of life. So, you know, everything can be crumbling around him and he will still look on the bright side of life always. And so I just want to kind of share a few of my recent experiences and things that have led to me feeling like this. So I actually wanted to talk a little bit about social media, but in particular Instagram. So I've spoken about this. If you go back to the beginning of my channel, I spoke about why I set up this YouTube channel. And I'd spoken about how I felt like certain platforms made me feel bad after I'd been on them, but YouTube never made me feel that way. I feel like the algorithms are so different. And I'd spoken about Instagram in particular. You know, there's so much good stuff on there, funny stuff, things that are so entertaining. But I really have experienced in the last few days in particular, the real negative side of it. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I think it affects us all. So how we used to get our news 30 years ago, you know, from the mainstream media, it's not like that now. You know, you've got news everywhere at your fingertips. And I wanted to share something that happened to me the other day. So I've been spending a lot more time on Instagram, which I never do. And obviously my algorithm has picked up that I have an invested interest in what's going on right now. And I sat there a few days ago and I never doom scroll. Well, it wasn't even doom scrolling, it was intentional scrolling. So I was scrolling and my algorithm was feeding me all of this information, obviously that it thought that I wanted to see and hear. And my brain, I could hear it saying, Carmel, stop it. Stop scrolling, stop it. But there was another part of my brain that was like, no, I want to see this. I want to see it. I want to be exposed to it. I need to see it. And I knew it was happening. And it was a horrible experience. And so now I'm trying to be more mindful. And although I need to know things, I have to be really careful about how much I'm consuming because it is not healthy. So this is another reason why I wanted to create this video, because I think it's really important to be in the know, to know what's happening in the world and to keep your finger on that, be aware of it. But there's a difference between being aware of it, you know, having that knowledge, but then the other issue is being consumed by it. And I've not been sleeping. I don't want to eat. I don't want to do anything. And I don't want to be like this. And I know that it's social media that's doing that to me. So that's why I'm finding it really hard to then turn on the camera and go, hi, let's review this new concealer. Like everything isn't crumbling around me. And I'm just pretending that everything's fine. And I'm going to be honest with you. I want to pretend that everything is fine because this makeup for me, and if you are passionate about beauty and makeup, which I know a lot of you are, you will relate to this. Makeup for me has always been my outlet. It's always been my safe space. Makeup for me, it's not a necessity. It's not something that I have to do. I don't have to go out of the door wearing makeup, but I want to. So I wake my kids up at 7:30 in the morning, right? To get them ready, up for school, all the rest. I get up at 6 because I have to get up and sit with myself, with my skincare, with my makeup, because it just feels like a safe and controlled space to me. So yes, it might give me a little bit of a lift in my spirits, but I think it's more about the safety of it and the fact that I can control this. I can control this area of my life, and it's just me and my area, my zone, and I don't have to communicate with anybody. I don't have to explain myself. It's just a space that I feel so comfortable. And that is why you might be logging on to your most used social platforms and why you are seeing content creators reviewing makeup and beauty, and you're wondering, why are they doing this when the world is burning? It's because it's their safe space. So just as somebody will get up and go for a really long walk to clear their head, or somebody might go to the gym to clear their head, or they might go for a drive, or they might watch a movie, whatever it might be, they might cook something, everybody's got something that is an outlet for them. Makeup is to these people as well, and to people like me. So I guess it's just me flagging that they will be being affected by what's going on in the world. I guarantee that they are being affected by it, but they are using makeup as a tool to escape from that. And honestly, I do think that it's important to give yourself some respite, to give yourself some space away from what's happening, to yes, be aware of it, be empathetic to what's going on. But you also have to have time and space away from that. It's very important. It's very important. And especially if you have young people who rely on you. So, I've got 2 young children and they rely on me. And do you know what? Another spiral that I keep going down is, oh my gosh, I've brought these children into this world and what is ahead for them? That's another spiral and another absolute trauma. But I think that's normal. I think we're all feeling a little bit of that, no matter who you are or what background you come from. We're all feeling something or other right now. But I just wanted to explain to you why you will see content creators just carrying on as normal. It's because a lot of the time they need to. They need that. They need to stay in that space where they feel safe, where the world feels normal again. Because as soon as I step outside of my beauty room, nothing's normal. Nothing feels normal. I feel exposed again. I feel like everything is falling down around me. And I guess I just wanted to explain that, your favorite content creators, whoever you go and you watch, I can guarantee that they are hurting inside right now. But sometimes this space, and I can only speak for my beauty space or whatever, this space for me, makeup, it just allows my mind to rest for a little while. Moving forward, this is not going to be my content, and my content is still going to be the makeup and beauty, I hope. But if there is a day where I don't upload, or there is a time where I'm not replying to comments, it's just because I just can't get my head in the space to do it. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. And if you've got this far, then I really appreciate it. And I don't want you worrying about me. So I know, because I know you lot, I know you, that you will be so empathetic and lovely in the comments. And I don't want you to be going out of your way to write me a big long comment. Okay, I don't need you to do that. I just wanted to share with you how I was feeling. I don't need sympathy, because I don't need any sympathy for anything. I just wanted to be real. Anyway, I really hope that this wasn't too tough to watch, but just know that I'm thinking of you all, and I hope that you are all staying safe. I hope that you are finding time to rest your minds once in a while. Yeah, and I just hope that you don't mind that I did this. So yeah, hoping to get back to normality in the next video, but if there is any disruption to my schedule, to replying to comments, then just maybe, yeah, you'll know why. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.